Oh my fucking god. Yeah?
Tomás, come and get the sandwich you made.
Okay, I'll go over there right now. Thank you, Danny. Hi, everyone. This is Francisco, and I wanted to share this video with everyone. I thought of an idea like this, or like these water fountain ball spheres, and technically I kind of like this one, but honestly it could be like this one as well. And instead of the water, I was thinking of utilizing some form of chemical to kill bugs, because at nighttime it will light up like this one. Okay, it will have the lights, so the bugs will be attracted to the light, will attempt to land on this waterfall sphere, and instantly get soaked in the chemical, and eventually they will die. So it'll be a bug trap, kind of like the sticky FlyTraps, similar to these right here. However, at the bottom of the waterfall there will be a filter, so the bugs won't clog up the water fountain, and occasionally it would need to be cleaned out. But I was thinking that whoever designs this thing and makes it work could somehow make it so that people could just use a water hose to rinse the bugs off of the device. Okay, so it will require some form of electricity, but that's okay. And basically you guys see the light here, kind of like this one with all the bugs around it. So it will basically be the same thing, but it will clean itself off, and at the same time it will look very nice in anyone's home. So if you guys have cows, pigs, any type of livestock, horses, obviously you wouldn't want the animals near this or to even drink it. But a chemical that will kill the bugs, but at the same time that won't clog up the water fountain, you know, the water pump. Okay, so another thing I was thinking was kind of like a water fly trap. Like these right here, but instead of the bugs being able to go into the chemical, well, this is a homemade one, but I was thinking like a store bought one, a store a store purchased one, something professional like this. However, so the bug bait will be in the bottom somewhere, and then there will be a clear tube with some type of screen, so the bugs won't actually be able to go in there, but it will attract them. And they're going to be flying around there, and eventually they're going to try to land on that glowing sphere. And once they get drenched with that chemical, it will just instantly kill them. Okay, so that's the idea. I don't know exactly how this will look like. I don't know what kind of chemical will be used or utilized for attracting bugs, but they do have attractants for sale. Whether you guys are trying to attract mosquitoes or flies or fruit flies or bees or wasps or whatever the case may be, I think that this this invention right here, because it's already out there, okay? I mean, honestly, you guys could just basically buy one of these and buy some of these fly traps, and eventually they'll go towards this, and obviously the water won't affect the bugs. But if you guys add some type of chemical, which is whether you guys are using like Dawn dish soap or white distilled vinegar. I don't know if white distilled vinegar kills bugs, but if it does, then that'll be great, because white distilled vinegar also cleans out the filters and destroys and breaks down calcium buildup, which water produces. So yeah, I believe that this right here could be something big for killing flies, because I know that with these things here, I've purchased some of these, and they work really, really great. However, if it's left like this for a very long time, they actually produce maggots, and the maggots come out, and it doesn't destroy the cycle, the breeding cycle of the bugs. So those maggots go and they go into the dirt, and eventually they become flies. So with this other trap, it will kill the flies, and most likely the cycle of the flies as well, the maggots. Okay, because the maggots won't have any dry area to be on. Everything will be wet, and most likely other little animals will come and eat the dead flies and stuff like that as well, and I don't think that it will harm the animals. If you guys can make it where it won't harm animals, then that would be great. But this is only if you guys have a huge bug problem or mosquito problem. Okay, so I believe that this is a great way to kill off a lot of bugs. Okay, and it's a simple design. It's not even complicated at all. Um, and I mean, I wish I could experiment with this a little bit further myself, and to kind of see how many bugs or flies I could kill with this machine. Because at the end of the day, that's what it would become, a fly killing machine. And obviously, it all has to do with the bait, okay? Because the bait could be concealed somewhere in here, and the bugs would try to go into it, but before they could get into it, they will get stuck. Well, not stuck, but they will get soaked. Because like this black one right here, I mean, they probably wouldn't even notice the water. Especially if it's like so silent and quiet. The bugs would just try to land there and they'll get drenched. And either they would try to fly away or they would just instantly fall down to the water. Down in here. But yeah, I was thinking about like, adding some type of filter that could be cleaned out over time, without getting your hands dirty or without getting other people's hands dirty. Kind of like a fish tank water filter, something like this. And the way that I can see this working is to have, like I said, a separate container with the bait, and it could even be submerged into the water. Okay, like think about like a drinking cup with a straw. The bait will be in there. As long as there's something heavy to keep it down and to prevent it from floating, that bait will stay down there. And then you guys can use some type of like a screen or some type of filter, like a sponge, and put it in the straw. On a more professional scale, it will have like a plastic lid with a bunch of little holes in it, to prevent the bugs from going in there, even little fruit flies. With the filter, obviously, so they'll be able to smell it. It will track them, but they won't be able to go in there, and eventually they'll be attracted to the light. They'll try to investigate further, and they'll get caught up on the little sphere thing, the waterfall. Okay, so that's all I was thinking for this video. I hope you guys out there could actually, come up with something that will work. For those of you who have a fly problem and want to help other people. Okay? So if you guys see, potential in this idea, then try it out. Take it up with the Mythbusters and have them just experiment with different fly traps. But I believe that this one will definitely catch a lot of flies. And even like this, like these sticky fly traps, like with today's technology, there could be like easily a solar panel with some batteries with a little LED light to attract bugs even at night. Or even like this bigger one right here. It could have like a LED lights. So there's a lot of things that could be improved and modernized. If people just take the time to think of these things through, to think these things through, I believe that a lot of inventions could be improved drastically. But yeah, mainly I'm just coming up with this idea because there's a lot of flies everywhere around where I live, and it's very annoying. I've recorded a lot of videos talking about fly traps and this and that. I've tried to make these homemade fly traps. I've purchased some of these bags with the bait, and they really work as well. But yeah, like this other fly trap that I was thinking about with the sphere, I'm sorry, will be, I think, the best one. Even if you guys just buy some of these other fly traps here and add like some type of screen to prevent them from going in there. Some type of like a hairnet or like a sock. Or like a t-shirt, and just like something that you don't want anymore. A t-shirt. You guys could remove this this top thing. You guys could take it out and then add like a t-shirt or like a filter, and then add the lid back on. Place the lid back on, and the bugs won't be able to get in there, but it will attract them. Okay? And then just place them around the water fountain. Okay, so there's this idea, and then there's also the wall water fountain. No, waterfalls. Waterfall. Like this one right here. The flat ones. Yeah, like this stuff, that where the water goes down like the wall. I forgot to click on images here. So it won't be like a waterfall like this, but it could be, okay, depending on the size of the company or the size of the home. Obviously, if someone has a big company with a bunch of cows, let's say there's a company out there with 5,000 through 10,000 heads, then yeah, you guys would want to consider maybe possibly getting something more on a bigger scale, and paying a company to go and install something like this, to build something like this, or whatever the case may be. I mean, we would have to experiment with this stuff further, but these little flies get thirsty all the time, and I want like a chemical that even if they drink it, even if they don't land in it or get submerged in it, even if they drink it, I was thinking for this fly trap to kill them, the chemical. But this is the one I was thinking of. something like this, and then adding like a bunch of bait, and then adding a bunch of lights, and possibly even making it like clear, like and shiny and reflective, like a piece of glass. Because whenever flies come in my room, I notice that they're flying around and they actually hit the mirror. Because they don't know it's a mirror. They think that the room continues, through that mirror, but it's just a reflection. And you and I know that it's just a reflection, okay? But the flies don't know that. So, if somehow you guys could, just deceive the flies by creating something creative, something that could look reflective or whatever the case may be, just so that they could land and die, then that would be mission accomplished. I know that they also like reflective sunlight. So if I was kind of thinking of a reflector, and integrating that reflector on the back of the waterfall somehow, so as they're flying, they're flying by, no matter where the sun's at, eventually they're going to get a glimpse of light that's brighter than all the light around them, and they're going to be attracted to that light, because flies are naturally attracted to light. So yeah, it will help to kill them off. But anyway, I gotta go.